Hi guys, Chad from Ultramist. Today I'm going to do a review and a build on the new Origen V2 by Norbert. To begin, this is a stainless steel dripping atomizer. If you purchase it from us, you do get brass contacts on the bottom, and the whole center post is brass. And little things I noticed different from the version 1. I believe the actual hole where you're going to insert your wires is actually made a little bit bigger. From building on my V1, I used to have to squeeze in 24 gauge. I actually slipped it in on this one very easy. He did shorten the whole atomizer, did get shortened. Juice right there. Yeah, so it is a little bit shorter. Only reason I can see that happening is to increase the flavor that you actually get out of the atomizer. If you're not familiar with the version 1, there was just 2 juice wells. In the version 2, he actually made it one whole juice well. So on the inside, the bottom is actually hollowed out. You do have a choice to actually purchase separate drip tip. It goes really nice with the Origen actually, and the bore is insane big on this. Just like the V1, there is adjustable airflow, and one thing it did change as well is the O-rings used to be on the bottom of the atomizer. They're actually inside one of the pieces of the top cap. Yeah, so let me get started. Alright guys, so gonna get started on this build. To begin with, I like to actually just take off the top portion of the positive post, so it's a little easier for me to slide in my coils. I'm actually going to be using 24 gauge. I have some pre-wrapped microcoils for the sake of time. I did a 6.5 wrap around a 32 or 30 seconds drill bit. Yeah, so let's get started. Oh, don't want to put it that way. First, I'm going to insert through the positive post. I'm going to swing it around. Also, a neat thing as well is I don't know if anybody has had the version 1, but on the version 1, the insulator, let me just take this out. The insulator was actually raised above, so it protruded out. So if you try to wrap your coils on the inside, what would happen is you could burn your insulator out fairly easy. On this one, the insulator is actually dropped down and the deck is above the insulator, so you shouldn't have that problem with this version. Alright, there we go. So after I insert it in my positive post, I'm going to just wrap it around. Tighten down my negative. Alright, I'm going to fold this up. Clip the excess. Now what I like to do is I like to just fold this to the opposite side so it's out of the way, because I'm not going to cut that yet. Get my second coil going. Just like the other side, I'm going to insert the positive first. Oh, man. And swing it around. Alright, negatives tighten down. Lift up, cut the excess. Now I'm gonna pull this in a little closer. I want to make sure they're evenly out. Yeah, that's about right. I'm gonna go ahead and put the top portion of this on. Now at this time, you can cut this, which I like to do. Just cut it, pull it up to the sides, and clip it. Now I'm gonna start fixing my coils. Now when you're building microcoils on this atomizer or any atomizer in general, what works best, I found, if you make your coils close to the same height, as close to the same height as possible, so you're gonna get it even burning. Make sure they're also straight as well. Yeah, alright. Let's go ahead and start pulsing. So when you're doing microcoils, you need to pulse. You don't want to just hold the firing button, because you're going to just snap your coils automatically, no matter what gauge you have. Alright, now I got everything lighting up. I'm gonna strum my coils. I'm using a just a flathead to strum them. You can use a dental pick, or anything else you might have that has a sharp edge. Alright, so one's lighting more. Make sure this is tightened down all the way. There you have it. Wow. Whack. Let's try to fix that. One of my coils is still lighting up faster than the other. That's why. This came loose. There we go. Alright, I already have my cotton ready and rolled. I'm using organic cotton. Now what I like to do is take a little piece of wire, curl it, and make kind of like a loop that's going to fit inside the coil, so I can fish my cotton through. scissors piece. There we go. Just gonna pull this up through. I'm gonna leave it about there. Do the same thing to the other coil. Oh, wow, malfunction. One thing also, when you're rolling your cotton, you want to make sure both wicks or both rolls of cotton are actually like the same density, because if not, you're going to get one coil that's going to actually dry out before the other, and that's not good. So have it like that. Probably gonna cut a little bit off right here, and the rest is actually going inside the juice well. So I just stuff it down, and I like to just kind of fan it out to the left, back towards the other coil, and do the same for this one. Alright, I'm going to clip my tops. I just clip mine at an angle. It doesn't matter how you clip it, that's just my preference personally. Yeah, there you have it. Let me juice up and I'm going to show you guys how it vapes. Alright guys, before I actually vape this, I forgot to read my ohms. Important part about building is you need to always read your ohms and know what you're building at, because every battery has a different amp limit. Right now I'm at 0.26. I'm building on my Hades, which is 26650 MNKEs. I believe they have about 35 to 40 amp output, so I'm perfectly fine. Pretty warm vape. I'm running stock holes on 24 gauge. That's going to be normal. Other than that, if you use 28 gauge, you'll be perfectly fine. But that was my dinner calling, so I'll catch you guys next time on Ultra Mist videos.